The AC Villa managed to just a victory. They also had to be some heroic saves in that game where Bradley Jeans Wakorash had to save for that penalty from BUL Football Club to make sure that AC Villa came back with all the 3 points. Could we see at the same today? It's going to be a hard day for AC Villa, but we don't know whether they can maneuver through all that to make sure they return back home with all the 3 points, because Alex Abide Musongola has also started his work at BUL Football Club officially.
It's time for the Jogos to actually motivate their fans and actually get the drum on. Surprisingly, BUL Football Club have not won back-to-back games this season round in the StarTimes Uganda Premier. Ibrahimovic to deliver. Long delivery. That's a very good ball. Punched away, but the foul has been awarded. Oh, very good delivery from corner. Unfortunately, Walter Ochora does foul, and the referee was very close to judge that. Let's note this again. The push was there, and then the fall coming in very heavily. Not that good, really. Not that good. Foul awarded. Ochora. Long throw. Oh, chance! Oh! Glorious! Glorious from Alex Kitata! Well, the former Villa player comes and holds them yet again. Beautiful finish, Alex Kitata, the top scorer of the big league in 2014-15, hits one here, and there is good celebrations, and Kitata caps it up with that kind of celebration. What a throw that was, and what a finish again. Look at that, nobody closing him down, and Alex Kitata, that is what we call a leap of good faith. Really, really good faith. In the right place at the right time. Good power on that ball. And the elevation of the throw was extreme. Oh, here they come again. The Jogos try to do the rat-a-tat play. It's cut back. Unfortunately, not the best of cutbacks coming in from the 22 Aslam Samakula. Sometimes it does pay if you cut that ball back really well. Good skills from the Jogos, really. Aslam Semakula was going for goal, and everybody was up trying to begin the celebrations. David Colgate to worry. Opens up. This is to Kakande. It's Kakande laying through. Sebufu down. Kakande. It's Jonah. Oh, it's off the line and out for a corner. Solid defense. Solid defense. Jonah Kakande denied a goal by the heroics of the defense of BUL. Well guarded. Really, really well guarded. He began this, Jonah. Saw the opening. Sebufu throwing his body on line of fire. That was good from Jonah. And look at that. Tabani Kelvin just taps that ball out for a corner. What a chance for the Jogos. And Tabani just puts a leg that goes over for a corner. Exceptional defense.
Sometimes it's a very, very bad tactic, because not every striker is good at playing in the wing. It was obvious here that the best approach would have been having Karim Ndugwa and Chitata as twin strikers.
Yes.
And then all these other three follow. But the worry, like we said, was how is BUL going to react when they have to defend, because then they will have left only George Kasonko
in the middle
to chase. Now, Kasonko understood the challenge he had, and he has done it perfectly. He has been chasing front, backwards. He was there stopping the would-be chance by Sebufu. He was there fouling Najib Yiga, Kakande and all that. He has been everywhere, like working 360, because he realized he's going to be one man in the middle. Now, Alex Isabide, having used one of the strikers in the wing, realized that they are faulty. But then luck struck him. Do you know, before the substitution, the person who was not working was Alex Chitata?
Exactly.
Because he was played at the wing.
Exactly.
But I think Isabide realized this game might be too close, that we might benefit from set pieces. He removed the player who was actually playing better in that position, that is Isaac Wagoina. And you saw when he was coming out, he tried to explain to him. Now that is attitude of a good manager now. Because after coaching, it fails. You change it. You have to manage the ego of the player coming off. And he was vindicated because Kitata comes and scores. It would have been Chitata going off because he wasn't working. But now with the transformation, Mugurusi is coming back in the middle to come and help Kasonko. And then Pasa will go out in the wing because he is a light body. You saw him committing many fouls. He was always coming late because he's not naturally a midfielder. Mugurusi is not very defensive, but at least he occupies the positions and he can chase the players in the first third before they come to the danger area. So I think that was vintage coaching, because sometimes you realize that this tactic is not going to work and then you change. But sometimes you remove a player who would actually help you and then you leave out the player that is performing. So I think luck struck him there, and we are seeing elements of luck in this game.
Very delivery from Hilary Onek give BUL FC an advantage in the first half of the game over SC Villa, with Alex Chitata scoring from that throw-in brought in the box area. Hassan and Tendo, throw-ins in the recent times are becoming a major source of goals for teams, not only in Uganda, but globally, Hassan, in the trends of football currently. Throw-ins and other set pieces, but majorly throw-ins are becoming one of the weapons where teams use to score goals now.
Yeah, of course.
And for SC Villa to turn things around in the second half of the game, they'll be looking at players onto the bench. Among them is Ibrahim Kasinde, who has almost started every game for SC Villa, as well as Regan Mpande, Elvis Ngonde, Charles Ranga amongst the players, and Otim, as well as Godfrey Gaganga. Those are some of the names, Hassan, you could talk of for SC Villa probably, who can be coming in to turn things around and probably change the match.
For me, I think I think I will see Kakande coming off. Because yes, Kakande got that last opportunity to score, but you could see he was so quiet. You know, he wasn't that effective going in front. But I think for me that the Regan Pandey substitution will come in for Kakande, and these are the players that maybe that can change the game. And he has that experience. He has been in the national team, and he knows the magnitude of this game. They need to score to get back on the drawing board to to collect maximum points. But for me, the substitutes are there. Charles Rwanga is in there. You know, they can come in. A couple of changes may come through, but for me, I think he really needs to understand the players that can come in, and he is a very professional coach, and he understands the players that he has at his disposal. And for me, players like Charles Lwanga, Regan Pandey, I think these players can come in and and change the game and get a goal for AC Villa.
Now we head back straight to the Technical Center and Jerry connect to Peter Otai for the second half commentary. BUL FC 1, SC Villa 0.
Fields, good pass from Rubanga Kene. Kakande. Still Jonah Kakande trying to drop one ball through the chance. Oh, what a save! The rebound, yes! It's the mixologist off the bench to the score city goals, and he mixes them here. Sports Club Villa back to cloud 9. Regan Mpande, the mixologist. When you need a hero, you have to call to your bench. And Regan Mpande comes in hard and stronger and just lifts the ball past the goalkeeper, Tommy Kara. BUL 1, Villa 1. What a goal. Well, look at him thumping his chest and saying, that is me. I am the man that mixes things here. And the celebrations, well, go wild here. Good goal. Ball out. 18 minutes on the clock remaining to play for. Ngobi. Mwere. It's a dropping ball. Whoa! Nicolas Mwere! How did he do that? Boy, we have seen goals in the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. But how did Nicolas Mwere score that? What a goal! This is the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. But look at this. Nicholas Mwere, he did not even celebrate. He began the throw, the ball goes back to him, and bam! Sends that ball flying, and the goalkeeper, David Lukwago, shall blame the sun. He will definitely blame the sun rays. But what a goal, what a goal, what a goal! One thing in his mind is either cross or goal. He was going for goal. And then the goalkeeper collides with the pole, and the ball goes into the back of the net.